Hey guys, welcome back to Harsh-Worded, Tender-Hearted. Unfortunately, we had to try and switch spots.
Yeah. She's half deaf in a year.
Yeah, I think we said that in like a segment when we were doing Would You Rather or something, but I can't really hear it out of my right ear. So it was making me kind of dizzy to sit on that side because that means that Kai would have been talking to me on my right side. And when we were filming in the office with those two chairs, it worked out that I was in the deeper chair. So she was technically like in front of me, even though on camera it looks like we're side by side, you know? So it was kind of easier for me. But now that we're like directly side by side, it's just not working out. So we're going to try it this way and see if this is better.
Also, we're wearing the same outfit today.
Oh, yeah. That happens a lot. We haven't really caught it on camera, which is weird.
Yeah, I know, but here we are.
So today we're going to be talking about modern dating.
Boo. It's tough out here.
It is.
It is really tough out here. I have not been in a relationship for the past, 4 years?
Being a 27-year-old, because I always talk about how I went through 2 generations of dating almost.
Mm-hmm.
And since I didn't get it right the first time, when I was going through that first generation, it's so different now.
Yeah, you're stuck with what I'm going through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, this is weird.
It is weird.
Like, it was weird then, too.
I feel like it was always weird, but, now it's even...
It's a different weird.
Yeah, it's a different kind of weird.
It's a different weird. Like, situationships were never a thing.
They're too normalized, I think.
Yeah. And they
way
were
too normalized. I don't like it.
How new of a term is that? That's a newer term.
It's new. Within the past, year.
Yeah,
year and a half.
Right? And, that whole thing has been messing with me because it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's a situationship to one person. It's nothing to the other person.
The term situationship is crazy to me. I was watching the canceled episode where they had Tara Yummy on. One of her friends said something about the male mindset when it comes to dating and cheating and stuff like that, like sleeping with other people.
Yeah, what did they say?
And it was something about you love cheeseburgers, right?
Okay.
But you don't want a cheeseburger every day. So it's like sometimes you feel like pizza and stuff like that.
That is messed up.
I know.
I don't like that.
I know. And you know what? Tara said she gets it because she thinks she has a little bit more of a male mindset. And I get it too.
Yeah.
Because you don't want a cheeseburger every day, you know? I've never cheated, but
but you get it.
Yeah, I get it.
I get it. I get what the message is.
Yes. Yeah. I remember one time I wasn't dating this girl yet, but we were talking, and one of my friends was hanging out with us, and she had said something like, "Have you ever cheated?" And she was like, "Physically, no." And we were like,
"Oh,
what?"
So yeah, you have cheated.
And she was like emotionally,
yeah, emotional affairs and stuff like that.
It was just this weird thing, and it became kind of a bit because I joke about everything, so it was kind of oh, you're an emotional cheater, you know. Oh, what do you think classifies as cheating?
Outside of physical cheating?
Yeah, okay, so let's say, even liking other girls' Instagram pictures. Is that cheating?
It depends what the picture is.
Interesting.
I don't really think so, because it's not you're not, it's there, it's public domain, it's not.
Yeah. I hear that a lot, it depends what the picture is.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, why'd you have to like it?
That's true.
Why did you have to
if
give
you're out
her
here
the
making me look like a
validation?
fool.
Yeah.
If you're doing something that you would be mad that I'd be doing.
Right. Okay, no, that's fair.
You
that's
know?
fair. I feel it kind of, that depends on the relationship, I feel like.
Yeah.
If it's something that you're going to get mad at
is it
me
some
for,
random girl, or is this a friend, Instagram model?
So it really just depends.
It really just depends, yeah.
Okay. I don't think it's cheating at all. I don't know. I always say that I'm kind of messed up in the brain when it comes to
well, I don't think it's cheating, but it is offensive.
Okay. I'm a chronic double tapper too.
Yeah, sometimes I don't look.
No, I never look. Yeah, I'm a double tapper. I'll scroll through and I won't look, but then if something I just looked like I wanted to look, I'll go back. You know?
Yeah. A double take.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do double takes, but I'll never look every single time. Yeah.
I get that.
Do you think watching inappropriate videos online is cheating?
No.
No, neither do I. Again, that's more of a male mindset.
I have friends who definitely would say it's cheating.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I know a lot of people that are no, automatically off the bat,
yeah,
you were thinking of somebody else in that way, you know? So I guess that kind of plays into the emotional cheating, but I don't know. Do you know what I think is super one of those things that I think is super controversial?
What?
Driving girls home.
Really? I didn't even know that was controversial. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember the TikTok trend. There was a TikTok trend going around that was I forget what the audio was, but it was if I'm at a party and this girl needs to be driven home, she's staying at the party because my boyfriend's not driving her
home. Oh my God,
home.
Really?
Yeah. No, you better be taking that girl home.
You
if
better
she
be
needs
taking
a
that
ride
girl
home.
Yeah.
Drive her home.
Yeah.
It's not even about cheating. It's just being a decent person.
I was thinking about, I saw a TikTok that was this girl writing her name on the
Window?
No,
Oh, the Dash.
Yes,
Yeah, I think I saw this TikTok.
because he drives his coworker home. What about that? How do you feel about
Ooh,
that?
I don't know. It depends. You're gonna hear that a lot because it's like work wife. Is it that your work wife? Are you gonna emotionally cheat on me with your work wife? But then it's also just like carpool.
Right. I know. I'd have to meet her.
Yeah, I'd have to meet her.
you know?
Depends what they do for work. Like if you're working in like hospitality, it's like the front of house is always dating back of house.
Okay, fair.
know?
Yeah.
I might be intruding, depending on how long they work together.
I'm dead. That's true. No, that's true. And it's one of those weird things too that I date girls because it's like if a girl at work asks me to drive her home, I'm driving that girl home.
Yeah,
Girl's girl,
Yeah.
So it's like
the lines are more
very
blurry.
weird. Yeah, and it's like I don't have like FOMO, like I don't want to fucking be there, but like it's that unknown. That time of like unknown, like you're
Yeah.
alone and I don't know.
I know. I don't like not knowing.
Exactly. I have such bad trust issues that I'm like, how do I know?
Yeah.
How can I? Oh my God.
I think I'm uncovering a little bit of my trust issues, to be honest.
like how could I just believe you?
Yeah.
It was just you two there and neither of you, both
Yeah,
of you are
and you're
gonna
gonna
say no
act
no
in
matter
your
what.
you're gonna act in your best interest.
Exactly.
And it's like I'm not gonna ask the other girl.
well, it's like even if I did,
Yeah,
like, it's
she's
like,
gonna be like, I don't want to look like the bad guy, so I'm gonna act in my best interest. Everybody's acting in their own best interest, so yeah, you're not gonna get the truth.
exactly. So even if something did happen, it's like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah,
no?
who's to say?
Yeah, so it just messes with me a little bit. But I'm not gonna say like it. Like let's say she doesn't have like a car or a license or whatever. Or like I don't know. I don't. It's just weird. It's
Yeah.
just kind of weird.
Like, are they friends? Are they even friends?
That's true. I feel like I'd feel a little bit better if they weren't friends. Like if it was genuinely just a favor.
Yeah,
You know. But if you're like driving her home so you can spend more time, like extended
yeah, it's a
time.
little suspicious.
Yeah.
I'm raising a brow.
Yeah. Another thing about situationships and like it being so heavy in modern dating right now is I don't think I could ever end up dating a situationship.
Yeah, I always think that I can, and then I get to the point where I'm like, even if you wanted to date me, you wouldn't make a good significant other.
You think?
Well, yeah, with Danny Boy, it was like,
Okay,
I
no,
got
no,
to
no,
the
that's
point
fair,
where
that's
I was
fair.
like, if you wanted to date me, you would literally have to spend like months trying to prove to me that you would be like a good boyfriend.
Right.
Like
right.
nothing that you've shown me would prove that you would even be a good boyfriend to me.
Right.
So it's like, why would I want to date you, even if you wanted to date me? Like, yeah, I wanted to date you, but it's like, I think that's just the potential talking.
Right.
I
saw this really sad thing on TikTok earlier. I don't remember what the actual TikTok said, but the comment said something about if we ended up dating, I would have married them. And like, that's kind of how I feel. So I'm like, I think it would have been a very quick switch, like I would have been like, okay,
Yeah.
because it was like good. But at the same time, I think there would always be that lingering feeling of like, I wasn't good enough for you for 9 months. Who's to say that I'm ever actually going to be good enough for you? Like, it's like, did you settle then? Because
Yeah.
nobody better came along, so you're like, okay, you know what? Sure, I'll date her. I feel like even if I were to enter another situationship, it's doomed from the start. Like I can't do this. I don't want
That's
to do
true.
this.
It's like, why weren't you sure about me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exact. Mark my words. The next person will be sure about me.
Oh, so your situationship was just nicer to you than mine was.
He really was.
Yeah.
He really was.
Mine was not that nice to me.
like the only problem was that like he just wasn't ready to deal with his feelings yet. And then even now, it's kind of like if he were to come back, it's like, why the hell would you expect me to have waited for you?
Yeah.
So it's like even if he came back, I'm like, screw you, kinda.
Yeah, that's
Kinda.
true. What if he was like, I know that she's living her own life, but like, I have to go back for me just to see if like there's anything there.
I don't know. That's hard because I've done that with people before.
Yeah.
I don't know. It goes back to that thing where it's like nothing can ever happen unless we like hashed out what happened before.
I feel like you'd have to though.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would just be a cycle
It would be
all over
yeah.
again.
It'd be weird if you didn't talk about.
I would be
like, what
weird. I
happened
think I would
before.
be really weird.
No, just in general, it'd be weird and unhealthy because it's always gonna be like an elephant in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you have to address the problem.
So I don't think I would ever like date a situationship. I said, I think in an episode in the summer when we were talking about dating that I'm weird with going on dates.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, like first date, second date,
Yeah.
third date, getting to know each other. Like
Yeah.
I'm weird. with
I've
that.
never been on a first date, like an actual first date where it's like getting to know somebody.
Okay. I was supposed to ask you if you've ever been on a blind date, but that doesn't make sense if you've
I've never been on a blind date. I'm open to it though.
You are.
Yeah, but it would make me so anxious to the point where like I would want to cancel last minute.
Really?
Or maybe
Why?
like throw up. Just because it's like I get nervous meeting new people. And then so like that pressure on top of it being like, oh my God, it's a date.
Okay.
I would like freak out. I'd still do it though.
I would have to really trust the person that's
setting me up. Yeah.
Because I'd be pissed.
Like
if
you
I
have to know
showed up.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I showed up and we had nothing in common and I like did not like them, I'd be pissed. So I'd want to be paid for my time.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot of people who know me well enough that I would trust them to set me up on a date.
I know, like I have like trust
Yeah.
issues. I can't. But it's not really a blind date, but like I've met up with people that I've like never met from like dating apps or whatever. Would you ever do that?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever done that?
No.
Does it
I'm not on
scare
dating
you?
apps.
Does it scare you?
No, not really. I feel like it's just it comes with the territory nowadays. Like it's kind of hard to meet people organically. I feel like now because everybody's just like
I know.
attached to their phones or doing their own thing, and like they don't really go out as much. And when you do, it's like, do you really want to date somebody where you're going out?
I know.
You know?
Right? And I think I've talked about how I struggle with that at the workplace I at now, because that's why I'm such a serial coworker dater, because I am so heavy into my work life all the time, no matter where I'm working. So I'm the first one to take on extra hours and extra responsibilities. So it's like all my waking hours are at work.
Yeah,
other
and
than
then
like
your
my
coworkers
me time.
become your dating pool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, so it's like I go to work and I go home. And then if it's like I'm going out, I'm going to the club for somebody's birthday, I don't want to
You don't
date
wanna date
someone
somebody
I
from
met
the
at the club.
club,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So it's like, where the hell else am I going to meet anybody else? You know?
Hobbies?
Exactly.
If you do classes, the gym.
That's true. I have this weird thing too where I truly believe that opposites attract, even in the sense that it's like yin and yang, where it's like you balance each other out. I'm a huge fan of like, you keep me safe, I keep you wild, you know, that type of thing. So it's like, I feel like it's just, I'm a Libra, I need balance. So I can get along really well with people that have the same interests as me, but like as a friend, I wouldn't want to spend all of my time and like that's more me time, my hobbies. You know, I
Okay.
don't want that to be like relationship time. We can like pick up new hobbies together. Like if you want to like teach me about your hobby, I'll teach you about my hobby. Cool. But like I
think
wouldn't,
that's cute.
right? But
That
I
could
wouldn't
be
want
cute.
like all of the hobby time. I wouldn't want it to be a competition.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I'm very competitive.
You don't
So-
want your time imposed on.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't really want to meet somebody at the gym and then have to, like, that's my me time. I don't want to go to the gym with you, you know?
Oh my god, I would hate if I met my boyfriend at the gym.
I know.
Because it's like that's my place. But other than that, really, dating apps are all we got.
I know. I've had friends that have been catfished.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been, I don't think.
I have friends who've been lied to, like not catfish, like they never used the other person's photos, but like they lied about their age and like stuff like that. Yeah.
Ooh, that's scary. But yeah, the situationship thing made me kind of believe in the first date, second date a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I need to try that out.
More traditional dating in
Yeah.
a way. Yeah.
I'm not one for traditional anything, but maybe I should try it in dating. Do you believe in sex on the first date?
For me, no.
Okay.
Like if you want to have sex on the first date, go ahead. But like me, I'm just second date maybe.
Okay, fair.
I have to like you though. The thing is though, like when I'm intimate with someone, I have to like you. Like I have to like have
Right.
feelings for you, or else it's not an
Right.
enjoyable time.
I am like really bad for like the whole sex on the first date thing. I actually had a guy that I really liked once said to me that he felt as if like if he didn't sleep with me the first time we hung out outside of work, then I wasn't gonna hang out with him again. And it was funny because it was a haha at first. He kind of said it as like a joke. But then I went home and I was like, oh my God, can you imagine like the person you like thinks that about you? Like it kind of
Yeah.
made me
Reevaluate for a
yeah,
second.
yeah. And it's my fault. Like it's fully my fault because I am like that and I do give that impression and stuff like that. But I've also talked about how sex literally means nothing to me. I can literally hate your guts and like we have the best 3 hours in bed. I don't know. It's very, very weird. It was weird too because he was the first person that I was intimate with where it to old me would have been boring, but there were so many feelings.
Yeah, feelings matter.
It was weird.
Yeah,
it was
when you have sex,
weird.
they make a difference.
Because like old me would have been like, look, I'm talking literally 3 hours. Like I will go and meet you at 2 a.m, throw me around for 3 hours. I'm doing like a whole fucking circus act and I come home and I go to bed. I would have typically found it boring. Like compared to what I usually do, it was very tame and very boring. But
like vanilla.
yeah, very vanilla. But if I had to pick one person to ever sleep with again, it would be him, which is weird. But it was kind of like a wake up call.
Yeah, that's why I say I have to like you to
Yeah.
sleep with you.
Like, hey, maybe to heal your relationship with sex, you should start with only having sex with people you like, Natasha. Like, let's start there. I'm doing really well, though. I'm doing really well.
Oh, I
I
love that.
still have not had sex since last March.
So it's over a year.
It's over a year. And that literally hasn't happened, I'm going to be honest, since I was 15. So
That's a very long time. That's over 10 years ago.
it's over a decade. Yeah. So I think I'm doing okay, but I have to make sure that the next person I sleep with, like, I either have some sort of feelings or like even as a friend, because like I said, I'll consistently sleep with people I hate. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true. Yeah, you
So
gotta
it's
like them at least.
yeah, like
Yeah.
being around them or like something. You know, I have to make some sort of step in that direction. Janae Aiko has this song and it's called Stay Ready. And like the whole premise of it is like there's no place like here, like there's no better time than now, whatever. Like they like each other. So like you have to stay ready because like there's gonna be a time where it's like this is the person, this is the whatever.
Yeah.
So like stay ready. And that's kind of how I think about healing. Because if I go back and think about it, like, yeah, he verbally told me he wasn't ready to deal with his feelings for me yet. And I was able to say, hey, I really, really like you. But looking at it now, neither of us were ready for what it could have been.
Yeah.
Regardless of what it could have been, neither of us were in a place that we were ready to make that flirt. So it's kind of like, even if you were to come back into my life, or let's say I move on and I meet somebody like next month, am I ready?
I struggle with that.
You know?
Like not knowing if I'm ready or not.
Exactly. Then I find like my toxic tendencies come out and then I become very anxious, and you can like very clearly see my attachment issues screaming. That's why I was so okay, I think, with the whole year alone. I kind of changed my outlook on the healing in the sense that I'm readying myself for my future and my future with somebody else. I would hope that when we meet that they're ready too. It's kind of like what you said to Danny Boy.
What did I say?
You said
I
that
said many things.
you said that I hope you find the healing that you're looking for.
Yes. So that when somebody's trying to love you the way that you deserve, you let them.
Exactly. So then turn that on yourself.
Take your own advice.
Yeah. And that's kind of how I was able to be so okay sitting with myself for a whole year, because something better is going to come out of it. I'm not just even doing it for me, you know? I'm doing it for something that I want in the future.
Oh my God, you know what? I was thinking earlier that I think that I always go for emotionally unavailable men or just men that aren't nice to me, so that I know nothing's actually going to happen.
Yeah, I've done that before.
You know? So I think it's self-sabotaging a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm becoming self-aware, so that's one step in the right direction.
Attachment issues are at an all-time high right now.
For you or in general?
Everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Everywhere.
And people are very scared of being emotionally vulnerable.
Yes.
And I don't know why, because I think there's a lot of strength in being vulnerable.
Me too.
A lot of strength and a lot of bravery.
Yes, yes. I think it's very admirable when somebody can be comfortable vulnerable, because it's like such a scary feeling.
It is.
You
To put
literally
yourself
feel
out
naked.
there like that, yeah. To put yourself out there like that and give somebody the power to hurt your feelings, that's just, it's scary.
Yeah.
So when you can actually go and do that, it's like, wow, that's brave.
Exactly.
You know, I admire it a lot.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I think that's something a lot of people need to kind of work on. It's not a bad thing. And
I know. It's so like frowned upon.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're a pussy if you're vulnerable.
Right? And it's like, there's
Like you're
I hate
weak.
that.
Sorry.
Like, I hate that.
No,
Like,
me too. Me too. And I
Think
think
you're actually the opposite.
yeah. And I think a lot of the reason I have such a hard shell and I'm so like harsh worded is because I kind of grew up thinking it was weak to be vulnerable.
Oh yeah, me too. I had to spend a lot of time like unlearning that.
Yes, yeah. And I think going along with what you were saying earlier, I am a true believer that like the toxic relationships that we have and like things like the people that we get involved with are a direct reflection of us, whether it be our insecurities, whether it be the things that we're proud of. It's kind of like where our mind is. But I do like looking back at everything that all the people I've been involved with, everything that I've like learned from Jane, Mary, Joe, you know, like this, that, and that person. Like it's even the people like in the super sneaky link roster, like those, I always talk about how much I hate them. Everything I hate about them are things that I hate about me. That's another thing about healing is like when I start to notice the good things about me and start to learn to love them and sit with them, that's exactly what I'm going to look for, because that's what I'm already watering in my own garden. I need somebody to add to my life. I'm getting kind of lonely, so fast would be nice, but I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so our fun little game today is based off of a game that I've seen on a couple like different podcasts and YouTube shows, whatever, called Cute or Cringy. I saw it first on Dropouts. They credited in their episode that they first did it who they saw it from. I don't remember.
I know Suburb Talks did it.
Okay, true. But we decided to put our own little spin on it. So Kai comes over one day to film and I'm like, hey, how do you feel about the cute or cringy segment? But what if we call it ick or lick?
I loved it. I thought it was so funny.
I think it's so
I think it is
funny.
so funny.
Right? Oh my God.
So we're going to be doing ick or lick.
Yes. Okay, so my first one is opens the car door for you.
That's a lick.
It's a lick?
It's a lick for me. I mean, like, you don't have to do it.
Yeah, okay.
But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
chivalrous. It's displaying chivalry. And
True.
I don't think chivalry is dead.
I think it's generally a lick, but like if you're gonna go out of your way to do it all the time, like it's okay. I got my own door.
That's true. If it like inconveniences you, like if if we're in a rush and you're stopping me
Yeah.
to run all the way across like the hood of your car, like sliding across like it's some James Bond movie just to open my door, like it's okay.
And like I don't mean to sound like a hater, but like I have had people like I'm already reaching for the handle, okay? I'm a millimeter away from the handle and you're stopping me so you can walk to the other side and open my door. I was fine. We could have already been driving
in the
away.
car.
Yeah. Like I don't need it. It's okay. I'm good. I also have this problem with like accepting help when I don't ask for it.
Oh, okay.
Like being hyper independent in that way that like if I didn't ask, I will ask for help if I need it, but if I didn't ask you,
just leave it alone.
Leave it alone. I don't know. I think I just need that feeling of responsibility or like the fact that I did it alone. I don't know I know exactly where that came from, but like we're not going to get into it. But that just kind of plays into that. I can open I'm a big girl. I can open my own door. I've done this and that by myself, so like I can open my door. Like that's literally how it plays out in my head. I don't know why I think it's condescending. There's literally this video. I got my wisdom teeth out, and when I was dating this girl, I tried really really hard because I noticed with her it was kind of like a love language. Was the help that she offered productive? Not all the time.
Oh,
no.
so like acts of service?
Yeah. So like even when the help was not helping, I still kind of had to learn to be patient and like let her help regardless because it's like
that's how they're trying to
exactly
show their affection.
Exactly. You know, I was trying to learn how to love her how she needed to be loved, but when you're high off of drugs from getting your wisdom teeth out,
you're not thinking about that.
You're not thinking about that. And I think like a lot of truth
You're
comes
not
out.
catering to other people. Other people should be catering to you.
Yeah. So we're like, there's a video. My friend's taking a video and she's helping me up to the front door. There was a couple steps to get up to her front door. And I'm so high. And I literally like rip my arm away and I'm like, I can walk by myself. Or like, I'm like, oh my God, I can do it. Like I'm like trying to open the door by myself. And I'm like, okay, that's it. Like that just shows how it actually plays out in my head. I'm like, please do not help me if I do not need help. And that's why it's kind of an ick for me. But the intentions are good.
Name/initial necklaces of your significant other.
Name, no. Initials, sometimes it depends. Again, have been with shitty people, you know, like
it's true.
Oh my God, it's kind of like the car door thing. Like it depends how much I like you, almost, because it's like
you want to be proud to wear their initial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I've often felt like property. Like, why aren't you wearing your necklace?
You know, like a controlling thing.
Yes. Like if you're gonna ask, like if you're gonna be weird about like when I'm wearing my necklace, like things like that.
Yeah, then
don't give me the necklace.
Yeah, that's an ick.
I do not want the necklace.
But if it's just like, oh, here you go, just like a little gift, and it's just like nice.
If I like you enough, it doesn't have to be a gift. I will buy your
yeah,
initial
no, for
to
real,
wear on
yeah,
my neck, you know.
Yeah, initial, lick, name necklace, ick.
Please, too much like a dog tag.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Good morning and good night texts.
Lick, but if it's too much, then I sort of feel suffocated.
I think it's like, it's cute.
It is cute.
Like, just like the thought of like, you're thinking of me, you know? Don't expect a nice response. I'm in a bad fucking mood all the time in the morning, you know? That's another thing.
That's true, yeah.
Like, it's just a nice thought. I'm gonna answer you and like, whatever, but this can't be like a lovey-dovey morning thing.
Yeah, I can't. It's too much energy for me in the morning.
It's too much for me.
Ideally, I would love if you just like send me a good morning message and then I will answer it when I answer it.
Exactly.
You know, I don't want you to expect a response.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't want you to get mad that I don't respond.
That's what I was about to say.
Because like I used to get in trouble for not responding.
Exactly.
And it's like I get so annoyed when people talk to me in the morning.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
me too.
So I like the silence.
Yeah,
that includes text. I'm sorry, but
yeah. Like I hate. I've had exes want to call me.
Call
me when you wake up. No,
that's kind of crazy.
No, and then it's like you just woke up. No. I didn't. I woke up an hour ago, but I could not call you when I woke up.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, are you kidding me?
I know, because if that happens, like, if you want me to call you first thing when I wake up, it's like, it's not going to be a pleasant conversation.
No. And then you're going to be mad, and then I'm going to be mad.
And then not good for anybody.
Yeah.
Having a couples playlist.
I think it's a lick, but every person... From experience, every person that's wanted to have, like, a joint playlist or, like, well, like, it's, like, a thing. This is not a thing. You know, the only thing about us is our playlist.
Okay.
You know? Every goddamn person.
Yeah. I think it's a lick.
If we're dating first, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You know, everybody that's ever done that has been a situationship or a sneaky link. I also feel like I don't really.
Also, if it's like forced.
Yeah.
If it's forced, then it's like, okay, we're trying too hard here.
Yeah.
But then if it's just like something that comes up in conversation and it's just like music's like a big thing, because music is a big thing for both of us, I would say.
Yeah,
Like
I was
sharing
gonna say
music.
music's very personal to me
Yeah.
though. So like, I can't really hang around with people that have contrasting music tastes with me
Yeah.
anyway. I'm always listening to music. Music means so much to me, and it's how I express my emotions. So I couldn't be around you anyway. You know?
Yeah, but if it's like something that we like talk about and it's just like a thing with us, then like I would like to have a playlist.
Yeah, yeah. Or either respect my music taste.
Yeah, that's true. Like if you're bashing on like my music, like you
Yeah.
don't have to like it. You just have to like respect that I like it.
Exactly. No, exactly. FaceTime sleepovers or falling asleep on FaceTime. Ick.
Oh my god, my ex was so big
Ick.
on that. Ick.
It is so.
Sometimes I would hang up.
It's just so
my phone
juvenile
died.
to me.
It is. It's very middle school.
Yes, yes. And like I get that we live in a world that's like so like revolves around technology, but like we're grown. I've said that, okay, you know what's funny is growing up I've always said this about nudes too. If you want to see it, we can hang out.
Yeah, that's true.
If you want to have a sleepover, come sleep over or I will come sleep over. And now at this point, like I'm scrolling on my phone while I'm on FaceTime with you. Like it's just like I can scroll on my phone physically next to you. Come over. I've just never, that's why it feels so juvenile, I think, because it almost feels like you're not allowed to go over to that person's house.
Yeah.
Whereas I've always been like, okay, if you want to spend time with me, come spend time with me. Why are we sitting on FaceTime forever?
Refusing to watch the next episode without the other person. Like if you're watching a show together.
I struggle with this.
I'm saying ick.
So here's the thing. Would you rewatch an episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind
that's my
that.
thing. I'll rewatch an episode.
Yeah.
I just hate when people get mad at me for things that are like stupid, you know? So it's like,
That's what I'm saying, and it's an ick.
yeah.
Like if you're gonna get mad at me because I just watched it,
Exactly.
it's like it's not a big deal. We can just rewatch it.
yeah.
And like I get it, like we're watching it together. It's
Like,
just
it's our
this-
thing.
Yeah, it's like
I
it's
struggle
like,
with
are
this.
there bigger problems, and that's why you're upset about this?
Right.
know?
And I'll rewatch an episode.
Yeah.
Like if I watched it without you and you haven't seen it, next time we hang out, like I will watch it again with you and then we can move on to the next
Yeah.
episode. Do you know why I struggle with this too? When I was dating this girl for a while, so I don't watch TV or movies either unless I'm like seeing somebody or dating somebody. Like I never have the TV going. If I do, it's like, what's that show that I always put on? Nailed It. Like the baking show where it's like amateur bakers just because it's background noise. I never like sit and watch a show. But when I'm seeing somebody, I'm caught up on all the newest shows because typically people watch
Yeah.
TV. You know, so a lot of like time spent together is watching TV. And I was dating this girl for a while and she had a lot of controlling things, but one of the controlling things was like a bedtime together, which I fucking hate. You know how much I struggle with a revenge bedtime? So imagine somebody telling me like when I go to bed, and even though I go to bed at like 10:30, you should be going to bed too. And it's kind of insane. Did I do it sometimes? For the most part, just to kind of keep the peace, because I was it was such a chaotic relationship already that like to keep the peace when I go to bed, yeah. Or I'd like scroll on my phone. I got into a habit, honest to God, that there were nights that I'd sneak out and I'd go to the brow, like the lookout, and I'd just sit there like 2:00 in the morning and I'd come home and I'd pretend that I never left. I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Yeah, you were just
But I
you
needed an
you
escape.
time, yeah.
Yeah, like it was so bad that I just needed to like breathe for a second. But that was hard on nights that she would. I can't believe I'm fucking saying this. That was hard on nights that she would let me stay up past my bedtime. No, like past whatever. Like I could stay up in the living room and she could go to bed. I'd have to turn off the show. It's weird for me now. So like, it's definitely an ick though. I saw this one on Dropouts, but like leaving little post-it note messages.
Sometimes ick, sometimes lick.
I think it's a lick. I think it's cute.
You know what? If I like you, it's a lick.
Yeah. Yeah. It always
You
depends
know.
on how much I like you. Because I do often spend time around people that I don't enjoy. I feel like even if somebody that I didn't really like did it, I'd be like,
You know
Cute.
what? At my gym, they were doing that.
what?
Do you remember that? All the sticky notes? People would leave like motivational
Yes,
things on sticky
yeah.
notes, and now they're framed in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dead. It doesn't say the same thing every day. I'm just kidding.
True. They have like a bank of things to write, and they cycle
Yeah.
through them.
I definitely shouldn't have been packing my ex-girlfriend's lunches, but I was packing my ex-girlfriend's lunches before we started dating. That was another thing is I had to like set boundaries where it's like, that's girlfriend shit. I do not do it. Like I was role playing girlfriend for so many people for so long. I'm like the pretender.
I struggle with that.
Master pretender. Like to the point where I'm literally cooking this girl dinner every night, packing her lunches with a cute little note in it every day.
That's not even girlfriend stuff. That's like
that's
wife
wifey
salary.
shit.
Yeah,
Exactly. Salary. Like what the hell, Natasha? I did it to myself. It was a different note every day. Because then I was like thinking, even on the other end of it, I'm like, oh my God, it's like not special if it's the same note every day.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know what? I would have been easier if I liked her more, I think, because like sometimes some days it was like, shit, now what do I write? I've written everything.
Butterfly kisses.
No.
Ick.
Ick. What the fuck is a butterfly kiss?
It's
Sorry?
the one with the nose.
No,
and
ick.
noses.
Ick.
Yeah, that's an ick. I don't like that. The only socially acceptable time for you to be doing that is if you have a child, and that child is like under the age of 5.
And it's with the child?
Yeah, and it's with the child.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to be friends with somebody who like was into that.
No.
With
Kiss
her
me or
boyfriends.
don't.
Yeah.
Kiss me or don't. Eskimo kisses, butterfly kisses, fuck off. No. So gross. I don't know why, but it's just so gross.
No, I don't like it.
And nicknames or pet names?
Depends what it is.
That's fair.
And it depends how much I like you.
That's also fair.
Could be ick, could be lick.
True. I've talked about the baby thing with me before, like if I'm calling you baby, then run. I also like to feel like somebody's proud of me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just a regular person to them.
Yeah.
But oh my God, like I don't know how else to explain it, but like to be like flaunted. It is so bad and that's so gross to say. I know that. But like just and I've talked about how people I've gotten before that like I act too much like I'm single, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like I'm still like it doesn't.
I get what you mean because I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. I'm not flirting. I do not want that person. But like, even like the way I dress, like I've had people tell me that I'm like dressing too revealing. You're not going to wear that when you're in a relationship. Why are you dressing like that when you're in a relationship? But like, God forbid you're like, oh yeah, that's mine.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't know.
Somebody to be like, that person is my person and they're just being themselves.
I think the nicknames kind of like play into that a little bit where it's like, I'm
kinda
not
do.
just, another person. But that kind of contradicts me calling people that I disrespect baby.
It depends on the person then.
Yeah, I can't do like a gypsy rose cuddle muffin. Absolutely the fuck
no,
not.
I can't do that. If I'm calling you anything like that, it's because I'm making fun of you.
Yeah.
Because I'm bullying you.
Exactly. Oh my God. But sometimes an ick, sometimes a lick. But then it like I get in this thing where I'm anxious sometimes. So like if you usually call me a nickname and now you're calling me by my regular name, I'm like, whoa, you're cheating on me.
Whoa. You're like red flags are like waving.
Yes.
Alarms are going off.
It's out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a guy say to me once that like a relationship ended with this girl that he was dating, and closer to the end of the relationship when he was reflecting on it, she was doing things different sexually. And it made me so hyper aware of like, I've never been that hyper aware.
Yeah, oh my God. I saw a TikTok like that and all the comments were like, oh my God, like he went on vacation and he came back doing things differently. And I was like, oh my God.
I never even thought of it like that until he said it. And then I remember one time, I don't even remember what happened, but I was like, are you okay? Because he just looked like not okay. And he was like, or like, is something wrong or something like that? And we weren't even doing anything, but he was like, no, am I doing something different? Or like, do I sound different? And I was like, oh my God, no. Like I was just checking if you're okay. But I think we were just both so hyper aware of like,
oh my goodness.
That's what I'm saying is like neither of us were ready. It was just kept being like a forest fire of like, we're both so insecure that like, even if it could have been the best thing ever, neither of us were ready to make that happen. But it made me so hyper aware of like things that become different. So if you're calling me a nickname all the time, you have to stick to it now.
That's, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Personalized shirt of your significant other.
Yes, me and Audrey want ones of those of ourselves.
Yeah.
To wear.
I said they're kind of icky depending on the person, but overall they're a lick.
I think it's a lick.
I would wear one. I'd wear one. I would have such fun with it. Like I think it's a fun thing.
Exactly.
Like I don't think it's like that deep for it to be an actual genuine lick.
Yeah.
I mean, ick. But yeah, I think it's just a fun thing. So lick.
Yeah, and when I'm like with people, it's kind of like the necklace, like genuinely have feelings for you. Like I'm so proud of it all the time. You know, like I'm so open about it and so proud of it. So it's like, of course I'd wear a shirt with your face all over it. Yeah, you know. I even think it's like funny, like even with like friends, like Kai's starting her go-karting, like competitive go-karting thing, and I was like, oh my God, we're all making shirts.
Oh my God, wait, I would love to have a shirt. We have to do like a photo shoot with me and my like
Oh my god,
go-karting
yes.
get up and then like
Yes.
use those photos for the
We
shirt.
have to.
That is so funny.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like I love to be proud of the people in my circle. So like, it's just another way of like showing pride. But I think that it's a lick. I think it's a lick. And
Yeah,
I'm also
it's like-
I need to date somebody that's like funny. Like we need to have like
That's
bits and we
true.
need to like have light. It needs to be light. You know, like
Yeah.
feel light. A lot of my
Can't always
relationships
be too heavy.
Yeah, a lot of my relationships have felt too heavy that I start to drown. So like it's just a funny thing. It's cute.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching and or listening.
Make sure you're following us on all of our socials at HarshWordedPod.
And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.